What's up, everybody? Sky FPV here with Street League Drone Racing, and today I am super excited to bring to you guys our virtual race number one. This is going to be presented by Speed Source FPV. They're going to be giving away some awesome goodies at the end of the stream, so stick around for that. But we've got a bunch of pilots all ready to go, all excited to do some racing. So I'm going to jump into the Discord. We'll listen in while we get things ready. Let's see if I can get you guys some audio on that as well. We're going to be racing on Velocidrone today, and we've got our spreadsheet masters doing their magic. We'll be getting racing here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. Okay, so I have Nimbus, Glacio, Laws, Turtle Mode, Dehas, and King. Dehas and King are all ready to fly. Boys, get your last warm-up lap in, and we are about to start the event. And Tim, you ready?
I think we're ready. Our audience is waiting.
Excellent. All right, pilots, starting the race. Ready, set, go.
Tim, if you want, my Twitch will have a chase cam.
Alright, I think we got our racers off and away. We're going to be looking at King out in the lead. It's going to be Dehas following close behind. Then it's going to be Laws, FPV, Turtle Mode, Glacio, and then Nimbus. This is going to be heat number one of our first group. And right now, things are basically just seeded based on our qualifying. We're going to see a little bit of an upset there from King. He's going to try to work his way back through the pack, but meanwhile, we're going to be having a fun time watching Dehas here, working his way through the track out in the lead now, really starting to consolidate it through the triple threat. And some nice lines we're seeing from him here as he works his way into the ladder. It's going to be Turtle Mode FPV in the second place position, the originator of the heavy metal frame. He's out here ripping with us today, and we're going to get to see some of our other frame designers racing later. And it's going to be King working his way back up through the field. Just like I said, he's going to be duking it out right now with Glacios. They battle their way through the first portion of the track, and you'll see a little bit of an upset there from King. That's going to be a problem spot on the track for him, but he's going to be able to make it back up, I'm pretty sure. Meanwhile, it's going to be Dehas still out in the lead, really starting to pull. We'll see if he gets to bump his way up into some of the higher tiers of racing as we work our way through the night. We're going to be doing several rounds of points rounds, and after those, we'll have to talk about what we want to do for finals. We got a couple fun options, but right now it looks like Dehas is going to be looking to earn the maximum amount of points that he can. Now, the one fun thing about Street League is all the races that we run are the Street League points format, which means Dehas, he's racing the other pilots in this heat, but he is also racing against the times that we are about to see set from our next group of pilots. So it's almost as if you're racing against every single set of pilots in the entire event, every single round. So he's going to still try to go as fast as he can. There's no real point in him slowing down here. He's still pushing as hard as he can. Meanwhile, we're going to see the climb from King is going well. He's made his way back up into second place. There's a decent amount of air behind him. It's going to be Turtle Mode in that third place position, and Glacio duking it out, trying to get caught up. And it looks like Turtle Mode going to go down. Glacio going to get the passes. Dehas takes the win. King is going to go for second. Glacio going to have a little bit of trouble here on the cork. He's going to get it done. Who's going to take that? It's going to be King for second, Glacio getting the third. Turtle Mode gonna settle for 4th, Laws in 5th, and then Nimbus is gonna come around as our final contestant here in race number 1. So things already pretty heated here as we go into our first heats of racing. After this race, we're gonna see some times start to show up in our results spreadsheet, and we'll get to see kind of how everything mixes out. You'll get to learn a little bit about how the format works, all of that good stuff. But super excited to get racing kicked off here tonight at the Street League race, virtual race number 1, presented by Speed Source. And there it is, Nimbus finishing out strong. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek. We've got the results sheet, and we'll take. And there we go. It looks like may have lost some of our audio there. Anyway, we're gonna cut to some more racing. We got race number 2 kicking off here. We're gonna run that same group of pilots back, and they're gonna get to do heat number 2. And they're already ripping. Looks like King gonna be your early leader here. He's starting to get this track figured out. We had a fun little conversation at the beginning of this event. He set his qualifying time without the boost, and now he's getting to use it on the track. He didn't know it was added to Velocidrone, one of the awesome features that Ashley, the lead developer of Velocidrone, added in, really faithfully representing these drones. If you're thinking about trying a Street League drone for the first time, definitely go check out Velocidrone, one of the best simulators out there. Absolutely the most faithful representation of Street League that exists on the market. So if you're thinking about getting into Street League, Velocidrone, absolutely worth it. If you're thinking about getting your first Street League drone, go check out speedsourcefpv.com. And you're going to see, well, this drone right here, the Super 70, out in the lead of King in green. Dejas going to be playing chase here, trying to make a catch-up. Now, Dejas had a pretty easy time getting the lead in that first race and hanging on to it, but that was with King making several mistakes. I don't know if Dejas is going to have the speed in him to hang with King when he's not making mistakes. It's anybody's guess here. Go ahead and throw down in the comments section who you think is going to take this heat, because it's going to be close. Meanwhile, we've got a little bit of a mix-up here. Laws actually, good return to form here as he's sitting in 3rd place going on to lap number 3. Let's see if we got any battles throughout the field. It looks like it's going to be Glacio and Turtle Mode FPV, kind of the closest two right here, but your leader still going to be King, out with some a little bit of clean air. Dejas is there with him. King can't afford a big mistake, but it looks like he's really gotten his composure back, and he's looking to take heat number 2 win here. Dejas trying to play chase here. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there for him. Not going to be able to catch up. Not really at a threat of losing out any positions here to anyone in this race, but your winner is going to be King. Dejas going to come in for 2nd. Laws FPV going to get 3rd in this one. Not too bad from him. Topping out Turtle Mode FPV in the 4th place position, and Glacio going to get 5th in this one. And that will determine our finishing order, at least, for race number 2. And I'm going to do some quick technical work during our intermission here, try to get some audio for you guys on our results page.
Let's go, Nimbus.
And there it is. Solid finish
Yeah.
from Nimbus. He's getting it out there.
Yeah, that was his PB.
New PB from Nimbus. That's what we like to see. So we're going to take a look at our results now. It does look like we have audio, thank goodness. And let's see if I can get this a little more full screen so I can actually talk you guys through it a little bit.
I'm sending you for number 3. Get ready.
So here we go.
Starting the race with my radio.
Race number 3, gonna be kicking off pretty soon here. We're gonna go on board here, or not. All right, there we go. On board with Laws FPV in the thick of it through Street League race number 1, the track that we'll be flying at our real life event. This is the virtual event. This has been brought to you by SpeedSource FPV. They're going to be sponsoring some giveaways here at the end of the stream, so stick around, see who grabs one of those. Oh, we're going to see some carnage there. Looks like Glacio going down potentially, but all sorts of mix-ups here. We're going to jump back on board here. We're going to be with Dehas FPV as he chases down Turtle Mode FPV as they go into the triple power loop, or corkscrew rather, the triple cork. And onto the start-finish straight away. Deha still hanging on to that third place position. Oh, he's going to fly through the debris of Turtle Mode FPV as he now promotes himself up into second place. And that tricky dive, catching some of our pilots out there. Okay.
The walls of that dive are evil.
Yeah, that is a very tricky dive. Oh my goodness, we got a battle here between Dehas and King as they work their way through the ladder and into the triple corkscrew. Oh, Dehas going to take a hard hit there, and he's going to lose out one position. He's going to have to be battling it out with Laws FPV. Laws getting real comfortable on the track. I believe he finished 4th in the first one, then 3rd in the next race. Now he's looking to finish a 2nd here as he's side by side with Dehas. Dehas and Laws going at it. Around the dive gate they go. This is going to be a fun race to watch. Up to the high gate and into the Dunkaroo. And this is lap number 3. Oh, we're going to see a little bit of a mistake there from both pilots. Both of them having an upset, but it looks like Laws is going to catch the short end of the stick as we see King work his way through the final portion of the track. Dehas just behind him, but King going to take the win. Dehas going to have to settle for 2nd in that one, but he had to fight that one with Laws, who's going to finish out in 3rd. So solid racing from those top 3 pilots. A little bit of a battle in the back too, but Glacio going to secure himself 4th. Turtle Mode going to try to come in for that 5th place position. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, Nimbus!
And Nimbus getting faster every heat. Love to see that.
Ooh, big PB.
Beautiful racing. So that's going to be our first 3. I believe we're only doing 3 heats, right, for the first group?
We're doing 3 and then doing a reshuffle.
Awesome.
So, yeah, so we're going to grab this, and I'm going to save these times, and we'll get the next set of pilots in here, and then I'll enter the times for this heat as the next set of pilots are racing.
Awesome. So here we go. We're going to take a quick look at this spreadsheet, and I'm going to see if I can zoom this in a little bit for you guys. Let's see if we can get that going. There we go. So looking at those times, they were falling the entire time. A lot of our pilots getting quicker as we work our way through those first couple heats of racing. But that's exactly what you're looking for. That's when you know the competition's real high. And we're going to be seating our next group of pilots. So here's how things are going to work. You're going to see that Heat 1 time in the D column. Zebra 3, Edoc, Rivals, Dutch, DeBits, AC, and Dinkelberg are going to be racing their D column time. And they will be comparing that time to the rest of the field. So here we go. We're going to be kicking off our next heat. And it's going to be Zebra 3 out in the lead. See if we can catch that transition. There we go. Zebra 3 out in the lead initially, but DeBits is going to take over as well as AC. So the 2 purple drones duking it out. They're going to make it as confusing for us as they can as they work their way through lap number 1 side by side. And Dinkelberg trying to take that lead away from them. So the pink drone going to try to lead the 2 purple drones. And it looks like it's really starting to turn into a battle here between AC and Dinkelberg as they try to separate themselves from the rest of the field. Oh, and there's several pieces of carnage there through the triple cork. And we're going to see switch-ups all around. It's going to be Dinkelberg out in the lead still. He's the one switch-up that didn't happen. AC still going to be in second. Edoc now going to be in third. And Dutch going to be in fourth. Zebra 3 in fifth. And then DeBitz in sixth as we go on to lap number 2. And Dinkelberg really separating himself out. But we got a bit of a battle here between Edoc and AC. Oh, some beautiful lines there from both pilots. Edoc with a very minimalist line there. Not really wasting a ton of energy as he goes through that. But it looks like AC, who's duking it out with him right now, got a really good triple cork, and that's going to put him up into the lead as they both chase after Dinkelberg on lap number 3. Just behind, it's going to be Dutch, then Zebra 3, then DeBitz. And you'll start to see these switch up as our pilots get more and more comfortable on the track and try to push that speed a little bit to snag as many points as they can. Right now, it's going to be a hot race here still between AC and Edoc. We're going to be keeping a close eye on that one. Oh my goodness, some very tight ladders there from AC now in the lead and Edoc in third. It's going to be Dinkelberg getting the win. Who's going to get the second place, though? It's going to go to AC. Edoc going to settle for third in that one. Meanwhile, just behind, it's going to be Rivals Dutch getting the fourth place. Then DeBitz working his way up past Zebra 3. And I think we're going to see several mix-up in race number 2. So we're going to wait for our times to come in on our spreadsheet, and then we will be kicking off our next heat of racing.
Good race, boys.
Yeah, I'm glad to actually see AC in Street League. He usually runs away from me, and I never see him again.
All right,
that-
pilot.
Oh, that
5-second
barrel
warning.
Entry to the cork killed me. I just splatted.
All right, race begin.
Here we go. Off and away we go. All of our pilots jockeying for position. And a nice tight pack here. Looks like two little groups we've got starting to distinguish themselves. It's going to be AC and Dinkelberg again. And it looks like AC trying to establish himself as the dominant pilot going into this one. Dinkelberg close behind, though. We know he's got some really good consistency, and a lot of that's going to be proven here on the triple cork. Who's going to get it right? Looks like both of them are going to do it nice and clean, and we see a really solid pack just behind them, but it looks like actually DeBitz really establishing himself as that third place pilot, as our first two pilots really duke it out here, going through that dive gate. Oh, and a little bit of a mistake there from AC. He's going to have to reset. That's going to put him a ways back, and that's going to let Dinkelberg have a bunch of clean air up at the front, and it's going to promote Bits to second place, but he's got to contend with Edoc and Dutch here. There's some very tight racing between them. Oh, Dutch going to go down, so now it's just going to be DeBitz and Edoc out in that second place battle as they go into the triple cork. Was there there may have been a little mistake there from Dinkelberg. I can't quite tell. Slow section in that triple cork. It's slow anyway because that's the most technical spot on the track, I would argue to say. And I think that Dinkelberg handling it pretty good here in race number 1. Pretty good so far in race number 2. Oh, we're going to see a little bit of a tap there from Edoc. He's going to recover well, but it's going to be DeBitz out in that second place with much more clean air than I think any of the other pilots could have hoped for. And we got a little bit of a battle here between Dutch and Zebra 3 going into the triple threat. Really nice racing from them here as AC falls all the way back to the pack. I think he'll want to forget this race, move on to race number 3 here. Oh, we got a battle here for the lead, or for the second place position. It's going to be DeBitz
Nice
sneaking
DeBitz.
it in on Edoc. Great racing. And this group, very, very, very close amongst all of them. Not very much separating them.
Zebra 3, you been practicing, man?
A bit.
Oh yeah, a bit. Hell yeah, man. You're killing it. Absolutely cracked. All right, pilots, we're starting your third heat of the round. Ready, set, go.
Here's a 5-second
Keep getting the
countdown.
click into the screen.
Off and away we go. A beautiful launch from all of our pilots so far. And we have lost that feed because I don't quite know how this works sometimes. But we're watching an awesome race here between AC and Dinkelberg going through that Dunkaroo section. Side by side they go into the triple threat now. Looks like AC has a little bit of an advantage on Dinkelberg, and then it's going to be DeBits right behind into the ladder. How are they going to pull it off? Looks like DeBits pulls a little bit of space on the rest of the pilots. Into the triple cork they go, and it looks like Dinkelberg going to get the better of AC on that one, going on to lap number 2. Beautiful racing here between Dinkelberg and AC. Looks like DeBit's going to fall a little bit of a ways behind. Then it's going to be Dutch, then Zebra 3, then Edoc as they all go into the dive. Oh, a beautiful side-by-side shot here we've got with AC and Dinkelberg. Both of them want it here, and we're going to get to see them race it out all night long here at Street League Drone Racing. This is virtual race number 1 presented by Speed Source FPV. And oh, Dinkelberg is going to have a little bit of a bobble there. And now, not only is he going to have to catch up to AC, he's going to have to duke it out with Bits on the triple cork. Oh my goodness, and oh, a little bit of a bobble there from the Bits. It's not going to lose him a position other than the one he was already fighting for with Dinkelberg. On lap number 3 they go. It's going to be AC. Clean air for him, about a gate ahead of Dinkelberg. Dinkelberg really pushing here, you can tell though. He's gained a little bit of ground on AC, but I don't know if he's going to have enough space to catch up to him through the rest of the race. A nice triple threat there from AC, and a beautiful ladder as well. Dinkelberg right behind. I think he's going to have to settle for second in this one. Oh no, it's an upset. It's going to be AC going down, and Dinkelberg going to steal it. And it's going to be Dinkelberg taking the win again. AC going to get second. DeBits in third. Dutch in fourth place. Then it's going to be Zebra 3. Then it's going to be Edoc. What an upset there. I thought AC had it for sure.
Hey Edoc, you mind doing some data entry for me while
Yeah,
I
I'll
race?
do that. Yep.
I shared with you a link to the Google Docs where I'm pasting screenshots of the times. So the last times from that race are sitting in there right now.
Hey, like, can you open
I
the
just
lobby?
entered them.
Yes, I can. Session player list.
Alright, so while our pilots get all gridded up, we're going to talk a little bit about this race we've got coming up. So this is a virtual race, and this is how we get ready and get prepped for the real race we've got coming down the pipeline. It's going to be Battle at the Ranch number 3, and that's going to be on President's Day weekend in Citrus Springs, Florida at the ranch. And that is going to be an incredible race. February 16th through 19th. Mark your calendars, or if you want to find the information later, go check it out on streetleague.io. Grab your ticket now, because there is a limited supply of tickets. So if you don't grab them, you might miss out on this race. It's going to be awesome. But right now, we've got a virtual version of our real-life race, and that is what we're racing today in the Velocidrone Drone Racing Simulator. We've faithfully re-represented the track that we're going to be racing in real life. It's how we it helps us plan the actual track, and we get a really good idea of like what sort of lap times we're doing and which spots are really technical, and just helps us get a really nice refined race going. So huge shout out to Velocidrone for faithfully representing Street League as well as all your favorite drones in the simulator. Here we go. Oh, looks like we got a race abort here. We're going to be jumping into the next group of pilots.
Okay.
This group is going to be Leadfingers, Russell AR, West FPV Imperius, and Dr. Grubhouse as they work their way through lap number 1. Who's going to be able to distinguish themselves as the head honcho here? All of these are the top qualifiers so far, and so far they are absolutely looking the part as we see West FPV with some really solid lines here on the first section of the track. He's going to be leading Imperius in second, and then Dr. Grubhouse in third. You're going to be looking at West FPV in that dark blue, then it's going to be Imperius in the green, then it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse in the light blue as they work their way through the back section of the track and onto the triple cork. Who's going to get it? A tight group of 3 pilots, and then 2 just behind him. It looks like Dr. Grubhouse really distinguishing himself on that portion of the track. and I believe he may be boosting after that as well. Some different boosting strategies from some of our pilots. Oh, Dr. Grubhouse with a mistake. That's going to let West FPV jump up into the lead. It's going to be Imperious in the second place position, and then Dr. Grubhouse dropping his way down to third, and now having to contend with Leadfingers and Russell AR in the fifth place position. Beautiful racing so far, and looks like right now we got a little bit of a battle here. We're going to keep a close eye on Dr. Grubhouse as he dukes it out with Imperious, trying to make the pass here on the triple cork. Is he going to be able to do it? We expect big things from him here. Oh, he tries to take it too tight. Goes down. That's going to let Imperious hold on to that second place position as he tries to catch up to West FPV out in the first place position. But West FPV really hanging on to it. Really strong race from him so far as he comes down and around the dive gate. It's going to be Imperious still hanging on to second with some clean air behind him, but Dr. Grubhouse makes, we've estimated, almost a full second in that triple cork, so it's going to come down to the last portion of the race. Meanwhile, Leadfinger is going to be pushed. Oh, actually, no, Dr. Grubhouse is down into fifth. That's Russell AR in the third place position. That's going to be a little bit of relief to Imperious, but not much as they come onto the final straight of the race. It's going to be West FPV out in the lead. Second place is going to go to Imperious. Russell AR going to go down. Leadfinger's going to swindle it away from him. Oh my goodness, what a race that was.
That was awesome.
That
I
was
may or may
such
not
a good
hit
race.
The very last gate.
I saw. You
Oh.
you didn't do it, bud.
I kept seeing you come into my screen every once in a while, and we must have been right on top of each other.
Yeah, dude.
That was awesome racing, guys.
All right, Edoc, let me know when you got those times
Oh,
copied.
I'm all done. Yeah.
All
Yep.
right, boys, we're going.
Hang on, we got one more thing.
Oh, hold on.
Did we not?
We asked for a pause.
All right, got a little bit of a pause. We're going to be kicking off our next heat shortly. I bet there's some nerves
Alright.
after that one, huh, boys?
Oh yeah. All right, we're starting it unless someone tells me not to. All right, here we go.
All right, off and away we go. We got 5 drones up in the air. It's going to be Imperious out in the lead right now, then West FPV, then it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse now switching to red. Be able to distinguish them a little bit better on this track as we work our way through the Citrus Springs Battle at the Ranch race number 3 here, presented by Speed Source. Imperious out in the lead, and it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse and West FPV. Now, I'm not sure, but there's a couple different strategies that can be played here. Each of our pilots have 3 boosts that they can use on the track, and the Velocidrone Drone Racing Simulator has simulated that absolutely perfectly. Oh my gosh, an incredible corkscrew there from Dr. Grubhouse. He is far out in the lead as a result of that one element in particular. So the other pilot's going to have to figure something out to keep him at bay. But right now it's going to be Imperious and West FPV duking it out on the dive gate. Looks like West FPV going to make a pass in that section, just barely ahead of Imperious as they work their way now into the Dunkaroo, following those red LEDs of Dr. Grubhouse in the lead. Incredible racing here so far from these two pies. Very similar skill, but it looks like a tiny tap there from West FPV. He's going to have to regroup, and it looks like he does so quite elegantly, and he's going to be right back in the mix with Imperious. Imperious, a little bit of a slowdown there. Still in it, but it looks like the pass is going to go to West FPV for that second place position. Meanwhile, Dr. Grubhouse out in the lead with some clean air. He's just got to finish out the race. He knows he can, and I think this one's going to go to him. But, oh, meanwhile, it's going to be West FPV with a much bigger bobble. That's going to let Imperious hold on to that second place position with a lot greater ease. Meanwhile, in the back, it's going to be Russell AR and Leadfingers duking it out. Onto the Dunkaroo they go. And Dr. Grubhouse turning it into a bit of a runner's race. No mistakes from him. No mistakes from Imperious in second as they both work their way to the final portion of the track. Dr. Grubhouse takes the win. Imperious going to get second. West FPV going to get the third. I don't think he's going to be quite satisfied with that. I think he knows he can get even a second or a first potentially, depending on how Dr. Grubhouse's race goes. Then it's going to be Leadfingers in that fourth place position. Then it's going to be Russell AR in the fifth. So great racing there. I think we're going to see things spread out a little bit.
Who's up here?
Yeah, I got all the times in.
Beautiful.
We've got our
All right, pilots, let's run it again.
good friend
Russell,
Edoc.
let's keep it a little cleaner next time, man. We're struggling in the back.
I like hitting gates though. It's not fun.
Hey, Russell with a back marker.
That's not what people mean when they say let's go hit some gates, Russ.
Just clown shoes back there, man.
I actually went through a gate backwards too, so it didn't help.
Oh, DQ'd. DQ'd. Here we go. It's going to be West FPV out in the lead along with Imperius. So, as I was saying, we got different boost strategies going on here. I think we may be seeing some boost dumping from Imperius. Oh, he's going to go down, though. So, hopefully using the boost to recover as quickly as he can. Meanwhile, it's going to be West FPV taking full advantage of that one, as well as Dr. Grubhouse in the second place position. And we're going to be keeping a close eye on this corkscrew coming up. The triple cork coming right up. That's going to be Dr. Grubhouse's favorite spot on the track. So measure the distance between them before, measure the distance after, and it's even bigger as a result of a mistake from West FPV. But Dr. Grubhouse going to have the easy lead right now. And we're going to see a little bit of prop damage from Russell AR there as he falls into the back. But meanwhile, let's talk about our second place pilot right now. That's going to be Leadfingers taking advantage of the mistakes from both West FPV and Imperius. Russell AR not going to be able to capitalize quite yet, but we'll see how things shake out. You never know how it's going to go in Street League drone racing. And right now it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse. Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful ladder from him as he works his way into the triple cork. Let's take a quick look at how he does this, and maybe we'll jump on FPV for the final lap. Meanwhile, it's going to be Leadfingers in second. Oh, West FPV was trying to catch up to Leadfingers, but pushed too hard, taps the ground, and goes down. So West FPV falling back again after making up all that ground. Leadfingers still hanging on to the second place as a result, but Imperius is playing chase now. He wants to steal that second place away from Leadfingers in the yellow drone. We got a beautiful rainbow sorted here. We got the red, then yellow, green, and then blue and light blue. Mix it up a little there at the end. Oh my gosh, this is...
Don't mess up the cork.
This is a close one. Who's gonna get it? Leadfingers makes it through the cork. A little bobble, but he gets it. Leadfingers stealing the second.
That was
Oh my god, you just did a 13 in the middle of the race? Are you kidding me? Come on! How are we supposed to compete with this?
Oh my goodness.
GG.
Alright. Alright guys, we're going to do a reshuffle real quick, and then we will announce who is in Group 1 for the second set of rounds.
And the times are in again.
Alright, so let's take a look at our spreadsheet after our first round of racing. Well, first 3 rounds of racing for each of our pilots. And we're seeing them shuffle right now. There they are getting sorted. So you're going to see Dr. Grubhouse is in the lead there. We have him at the bottom because we like to run the fast guys last. We like to build up that climax. But effectively, we're going to be looking at Dr. Grubhouse solidly in the lead. Then it's going to be Imperius in second, then Leadfingers, then West FPV, then Dinkelberg. So no real change-ups for who is in that first heat, or in that top heat rather. But then it's going to be DeBits, AC, Edoc, Russell AR, Rivals Dutch, Zebra 3, King, Dejas, Laws, FPV, Glacio, Turtle Mode, and Nimbus rounding it out. So solid points being earned from all of our pilots, and it looks like we are working on getting another heat set up here as our pilots are reshuffled. Let's jump back into the Discord and take a quick listen to what's going on in Race Central.
We got Turtle Mode. We got Glacio. We got Laws FPV. We got Dejas. And we got King. Alright, pilots. We're looking for Nimbus, Turtle Mode, Glacio, Laws FPV, Dejas, and King. You're not starting the race. I'm just going to launch you to the blocks. If you did not get snapped to the blocks, let me know because you're supposed to be. And I'm just going to place myself up in the sky so I can watch. There we go. Turn on trails. And...
Trails
Are
on.
you ready?
Yep.
All right. We are ready, pilots. Pilots, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Starting the race in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go. This is going to be heat number 4 for these pilots here. As we wait for them to make it through that start finish, it's going to be King getting the whole shot by a little bit there. Then it's going to be Dejas duking it out with him. Oh, a little bit of a tap and a high line there from Dejas. He's going to try to get settled back in that second place position and chase down King, but he's going to have the likes of Law's FPV with him as he works his way onto the Dunkaroo section of the track. It's going to be King holding on to the lead. Then it's going to be Laz, Dejas, and Turtle Mode just a little ways back. And we're going to work our way into that. There's two kind of tricky sections on this track, I would say. One of them, well, there's a couple tricky sections on this track, but one of them is definitely this final portion of the track, the triple corkscrew. Look at our pilots expertly working their way through it. We're going to lose Dejas to the back of the pack here. Meanwhile, it's going to be Turtle Mode FPV. Let's go ahead and see if we can jump on board with him. No, we can't. I'm still trying to figure this out. We'll get there, though. We'll get there.
You can just click his name on the sidebar.
Oh, I was trying to jump FPV mode.
Yeah, just press S. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're on board here with a couple of our pilots. Let's go ahead and switch it up a little bit. And actually, let's take a quick look here at how King takes that triple cork. He's going to work his way through there. No pressure for him. He can hear me, but he doesn't mind. He's done this before. He raced with us Street League season race number 1 and race number 2. Did pretty good for himself in in season number 2. He's going to be trying to do it again in race number 1 of season 3. Coming right up. Go ahead and check it out on streetleague.io. He'll be there racing I presume his Super 70, but we'll see. He's racing the Super 70 here in the sim though, at least, and enjoying it through that triple threat section of the track. Nice lines from him there. It's going to be Laws out in that second place, working his way through the triple threat now. And let's go ahead and see if we can find any battles going on here. Looks like we got a little bit of a battle here between Dejas and Turtle Mode FPV as they work their way into the final portion of the track. Meanwhile, it's going to be King taking the win. Oh, Laws FPV goes down. Does manage to get back up. Oh, and he finds himself between Dejas and Turtle Mode, and it's going to be...
How did that happen?
Oh, there... the unfortunate mistake at the end. But the good recovery, still going to be good points. Definitely points that can be recovered there throughout the night. It's going to kind of average out. So finishing does matter, but going fast also matters. So it's all about that, that balance, trying to weigh those two options. We definitely got some fast times coming in there. I'm seeing fastest time of these guys in the previous heat. Oh, does it highlight them? That's snazzy. We got a fancy spreadsheet here. But let's see. Looks like fast time in heat number 3 was going to be from Nimbus. He set himself 1:59 for his fast time. We'll see some more times populate here as racing continues.
Alright, we got the times. Pilots, you ready?
Yep.
Alright, we're going to send you again.
And off and away we go. It's going to be King out in the lead, duking it out with Dejas and Laws. So King looking to be the dominant pilot in this group so far. I think he's one of the more experienced pilots that we've seen racing in the sim and also real life here. And he's really shown it out on the track here in tier number 3. Or I guess this would be Group C. Some great lines from him. Looks like Dejas trying to play a little bit of catch up in that second place position. It's all going to come down to some of these trickier sections though. The places where it's easy to make a mistake, that's going to be what determines who gets that top spot and who can handle the heat in the kitchen, as it were. And right now a little bit of spreading out except for this battle at the front here. Ooh, a nice dive there from Dejas. Going to let him gain a little bit of time back on King. Both these pilots going to have the opportunity to move up here if they set a fast enough time, and both of them flying like they want to get up into Group B. Oh, Dejas looks like he's going to be going for a pass here, potentially. Yeah. Nope, not going to be able to make it happen. There on the ladder, unfortunately going down, is going to be King hanging on to that first place position. Dejas was reeling him. He definitely has the speed, but King is just one of the most consistent pilots you'll see racing Street League. great lines from him so far. Let's take a look back at Turtle Mode FPV as he tries to... Oh, the announcer's curse there was real. But Turtle Mode FPV going to go down. He's going to maybe get back up ahead of Dejas here. No, unfortunately, we got several upsets there on that dive. So that dive really, really tricky, especially I think in real life we'll see some pretty big carnage there. If you're looking to bring some motors to the race and sell them, I think you'll be able to make some money off broken motor bells. Meanwhile, it's going to be King working his way to the start finish straight away. King going to take the lead. Dejas going to hang on to the second place. Not a bad finish for him. You know he was hungry for that first, but the second ain't too bad, and some solid points to follow. And it's going to be Laws FPV finishing out in third, and Turtle Mode working his way around. I think the one broken motor bell you won't see there probably is going to be the purple motor bell of Manny FPV's motor, one of our favorite season pilots. He came out with his own set of racing motors and released them in collaboration with Speedsource FPV. And so they brought to us one of the best Street League motors that I can think of. It's the most durable. It's just as fast as any other Street League motor, and it's kind of pretty good looking. I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to have a set on my drone. Yeah, they're sexy. I'll just say it. They're sexy motors. They look good. They got the purple. Go check them out on speedsourcefpv.com. They are absolutely incredible looking motors, and incredible flying too. They've got all the characteristics you want for a Street League quad.
And, real quick, we're gonna let Dutch in, and then we're gonna start the third race. All right, Dutch, you ready? Session's open. Come on in.
Yeah, I definitely.
You wanna set him as flying and then let him test that his boost is working.
Yeah, do a quick round and then just abort it after he confirms it works.
We'll do a quick one.
There's been a lot of people having this bug.
Dutch, I sent you to flying, so guys, this is not a real race. Dutch, take off, hit the boost, and see if your battery bar turns purple. All right, if you're having a problem, don't say anything. Excellent. All right. All right. Let's set this back up. Dutch, you are now a spectator. And all right, we are back to racing, and I will fill out times as the next race is happening. All right, pilots, everyone ready? Take that as a yes.
Oh, I didn't realize we had more than one camera. We're going to get several angles here. This is going to be a good heat as we work our way up into the skies with Dejas, King, Laws FPV, Glacio, Turtle Mode, and Nimbus. Beautiful rainbow of colors here as our pilots streak their way onto the win. One of them will be taking it. Who will it be? Dejas looking like he's a strong contender to get it. Let's see what he can pull off. Working his way onto the Dunkaroo and the triple threat. And now into the ladder. And we'll get a nice close-up shot here of the triple corkscrew. Dejas is going to get it right, and the rest of our pilots going to fall behind. It's going to be Laws in second place, Turtle Mode in third, Glacio in fourth, and King going to fall down to fifth. And this could be the shot that Dejas has been looking for. He's been trying to beat King for the better part of the night here, managing some success early on, and I think he's going to get some later on as well as we watch him right now in heat number, I believe this is 6 for this group of pilots. Beautiful ladder there from both Dejas and Laws, getting through it real beautifully. And there it is, that triple corkscrew looking nice. And you're going to see King working his way up through the pack though. Here we are on board with King. he's going to try to play a little bit of catch up there. You can see Laws in the distance, but this is lap number 3. There's not a lot of space left to make something happen, but we'll see. If I know King, I think he's got a little bit of boost in the tank for lap number 3. We'll see where he ends up using it. They're going into the ladder. Looks like Dehas and Laws FPV having a little bit of a battle now. Onto the triple cork they go. We're on board with Laws FPV as he tries to make the pass. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he's going to be just behind.
Nice job.
Oh,
Wow,
great
dude, that was
finish
awesome.
Good
there.
race.
Damn.
Yeah, but,
I got stuck.
Oh, no.
I had a fumble and you could catch up.
And that's going to be it for heat number 6 of our C group of pilots. We're jumping on to the B group. That group is going to be Zebra 3, Rivals Dutch, Russell AR, Edoc, AC, and Bits. And we had some real good battles in this one in our first round of racing. Our first stage of racing is what I think I'll call it. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Again, this
Alright.
is our virtual race for the Street League Battle at the Ranch. And this race brought to you by SpeedSource FPV. Making sure you have all the parts you need to get your real-life Street League drones up in the air and racing. And we got our next group of pilots starting to grid up here. Get a nice wide shot for you guys off the launch here. Looks like our pilot's getting all warmed up. Making sure they're ready to go. We see everyone jump into launch pads. So here we go. This is going to be race number 1 of the B heat. As our pilots all make their way to that start line. It's going to be Zebra 3 with that hole shot. Then it's going to be AC Bits, Russell AR, Edoc, and Rivals Dutch. Seemingly all off and away together.
No, I didn't
Russell
turn the trails
AR
off.
looks
Gotta get
like
back in front.
he's got the lead a little bit here. AC duking it out with him though through the triple
Touch the
threat.
keyboard real quick.
Oh man, and a little tap there from AC. Russell AR gonna get a little bit of breathing room, and AC
So
gonna
many
find
rainbows.
himself closer to that mix between Zebra 3 and Edoc. They're duking it out. Looks like AC gaining a little bit on Russell AR. I think that's probably where he's using the boost. Russell AR may be doing the same, but I know our pilots sometimes like to keep that boost section pretty tight-lipped. Like to make sure they're the one who knows the best spot on the track to utilize it. And we're going to see a little bit of a mistake there from AC. He's going to go down. It's going to be Russell AR now with much more clean air. But the real battle here, I think, is going to be Edoc, DeBits, and Zebra 3 all going through the triple threat together. And it's going to be a little bit of ground lost for Zebra 3 as he drops back. It's going to be Edoc and DeBits duking it out into the triple corkscrew just behind Russell AR. Ooh, nice tight corkscrews from all of our pilots there. I think that one would make Dr. Grubhouse proud. So some beautiful racing here so far. Russell AR, lots of clean air. Nobody in sight. Meanwhile, we got a little bit of a three-way battle starting to group up here again. It's going to be DeBits leading the charge, but then it's going to be Edoc behind, and AC now making his way back through the pack, or at least trying to here on lap number 3. Is he going to be able? I think he might be able to catch that one spot, but we'll see if Edoc can hang on for the 3rd place finish. Meanwhile, it's going to be Russell AR. He gets the win. Who's going to get the second? It's going to be
Oh,
close.
no,
Oh, there's mix-ups all around.
Edoc!
Bits
Oh,
bobbles.
Edoc!
Little finish.
I fumbled right going over this 3rd court going into it. I just touched
Stone
it.
hands.
Oh, that was a close one.
Oh, good race, Edoc.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Ooh, close finish.
Alright,
So
pilots, let's roll that back.
Turning the trails off.
Fire again.
Aha, okay. No rainbows in my face this time.
Oh my god.
you gotta love the rainbows.
Dude, it was intense. It was the most intense Skittles I've ever had in my life.
Bits tasting the rainbow, out in the lead right now, getting that whole shot, actually tasting no rainbow whatsoever. He has 0 Skittles involved, and that's going to leave him out in the lead.
Oh,
Even
boy.
with the little tap, he's still out in the lead. With AC playing chase behind, you're going to see those 2 purple drones out in the lead right now. AC now making the pass into the Dunkaroo section, and a really tight Dunkaroo there from him. Who's going to get the triple threat
no,
better?
go high
Looks
enough.
like AC is going to come out in the lead on that one. Edok going to be now in the 2nd place position, followed by Dutch in green. AC going to come into this triple corkscrew. He was looking solid at that previous race. Just needed to clean up some of the mistakes, and I think he's got it here on lap number 1 so far. Working their way onto lap number 2. It's going to be Edok, then Dutch, then it's going to be Russell AR. We know that Russell AR's got some speed. I think he'll start catching up to some of these pilots, barring any mistakes, but it's tricky not to make those mistakes when every second counts here in points rounds. This is race number 5 with our B group. And they're going to be duking it out for maximum points here in the virtual Street League race number 1 race, brought to you by SpeedSource FPV. Now we're going to be giving away a Super 70. Let me double check my notes, make sure that's right. Don't want to promise anything.
No, we're giving away the batteries.
We're giving away the batteries. So the Speed Source batteries are going to be given away. I know several of these pilots are going to be hoping to get those because we will be giving those away to pilots who set a leaderboard time tonight on the Super 70 and are also attending the Battle at the Ranch race number 3. You can find more information about that on streetleague.io. And make sure to grab your tickets. They are running out. So you can do some racing with hopefully your real life Super 70. And your winner right now, speaking of Super 70s, is going to be AC. Then it's going to be Edok in 2nd.
Bobbled.
Then Dutch in 3rd. Russell AR duking it out. Sneaks it in on Bits. And Zebra 3 going to come out.
Oh, we both fumbled at the same time.
6th.
Nice race. Stupid open class.
So Sky, there are 20 spots left available for the Battle at the Ranch race, and the locals tend to flood in right before the event. So if you want to go to that event, I don't know if we're going to sell out of tickets, but I suspect we're going to be close.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. It's worth grabbing them ahead of time. Oh, yeah.
Sky, I just want you to know I made some chalky milk in your honor.
You did what now?
I made some chalky milk in your honor.
Oh, thank you. Pour out a bottle of chalky milk for me.
No.
Pour a little out for the homies in Denver.
Do it. That's
All
my
right, boys,
trick of
get ready
choice.
to race.
Yeah, we want to thank our sponsors for this race coming up. We got Thumb Grippies, Hobby Wing, Speed Source, Toker CNC Designs, all sorts of great ones. My favorite sponsor, Chalky Milk, making sure I'm powered up, ready to race, especially these sim races. You got to power yourself up with some Chalky Milk. As AC looking like he drank his Chalky Milk today out in the lead. It's going to be DeBits in 3rd place right now. Tough to tell between him and AC. Oh my gosh, got a real tight group here through the triple threat. It's going to be AC coming out ahead. Into the ladder they go. Who's going to cack it harder? And it looks like AC is going to be that guy. But Russell AR, ooh, is that a boost we saw there? Catching up, or a nice line potentially from Russell AR. Now in the 2nd place position. Trying to dispatch of Bits, but Bits still hanging in there. Oh, hits the gate. Nope. Bits is going to go down. It's going to leave Dutch in that 3rd place position and Zebra 3 in 4th. And a little bit of a mishap there from Edok. He's going to drop back. It's going to be AC out in the lead. It's going to be Russell AR chasing. He can see those purple LEDs. He's going to try to catch him on the Dunkaroo. Definitely going to gain some ground. Oh, some nice moves there in the triple threat. We see the beautiful pass there from Russell AR as they go on to the triple corkscrew at the final sector of the race. Oh, it's going to be Russell AR with a little bit of a tap. AC going to capitalize. And is anybody going to catch up to Russell as a result of the mistake? No, they are not. Russell still has clean air in 2nd. So does AC in 1st. So the real battle here is going to be Zebra 3, DeBits, Dutch, and Edok. And mainly it's going to be Zebra 3 and DeBits as they work their way through the dive. Dutch joining the trio here. Oh my goodness, a little bit of flying formation here between Zebra 3, Dutch, and DeBits. DeBits out in the lead. And Dutch hanging on for second, but he gets the pass. Now it's going to be Zebra 3 in the second place. They've all completely flip-flopped positions. Up through the ladder they go, and now Dutch is your leader. Oh my gosh, who's going to get it? Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh.
Scoreboard says the
passes.
bits. I believe Dutch missed a... No. That was somebody showing up as the wrong
Yeah,
color LEDs. I don't know who that was.
Dutch, you gotta finish the race, Dutch.
So I was watching a green drone.
Yeah. What happened to Dutch? He
I
didn't
was-
finish.
I think
He's laying on the
Dutch
ground.
I think Dutch missed the gate.
He missed the gate. Yeah, he missed. He's still at gate 25, which I think is the. I think it's somewhere the ladder.
Oh man, so that's gonna let Zebra
no.
3 sneak in on him.
I bet you it was the Dunkaroo.
Oh, so missed checkpoint there from Dutch. The sim doesn't lie. Unfortunate result for him, but he's got some chances to make a comeback here, as he finishes out with a nice strong power loop.
Alright, well, before we start next round, we want to thank all of our sponsors at Street League real quick. We got GemFan Props, VCI Motors, Rec Drones, Thumb Grippies, Speed Source FPV, Turtle Mode FPV, HD Zero, Toker CNC, Multi-GP Drone Racing, Armatan Quads, and Fat Straps. Thank you to all you guys. We appreciate you all very much. And especially Speed Source at this race, though, because they're the presenting sponsor. Thank you, Speed Source.
Yeah, shout out to Speed Source. Go check out their battery. They just released the Speed Source Street League battery, officially spec approved and ready to rip. It's going to be the battery you want to choose for this race coming up. Absolutely. Now, the fun thing about Street League, I get to plug all of our sponsors pretty equally. I say it's the best battery for Street League, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter because it's spec racing. So go grab yourself one, be worry-free. Make sure you just have enough packs to get to rip as much as possible. In this instance, it's about quantity, not quality, because all the packs are going to be good here at Street League Drone Racing. We're racing with friends tonight at the Street League virtual race number 1, presented by Speed Source. And we're going to be checking out the exact track that we'll be racing in the real race.
I want to throw out that was a PB for AC.
Hey.
Coming in hot. Let's go, AC. And we are going to move to the A group.
Oh. You open the session.
Yes, I can. Alright, session is unlocked.
You can lock it.
I can lock it again. Alright, we are looking for Dinkelberg, West FPV, Leadfingers, Imperious,
Good boy.
and Dr. Grubhouse.
Yo.
Alright. Edoc, you ready to go?
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Alright, let me turn trails off. Let me unlock myself from the sky. Spend 1 second flying around in circles to remember how drones work. And we will be ready to go.
Berg.
Dinkelberg. I don't want anyone to ever claim that I make sure the tracks are good for me in Street League, because there's a triple right cork, and I can't physically do that with my thumb.
Oh
My wrist is
no.
too stiff. I'm
Skill
a left
issue.
cork only kind of guy. All right, we're racing.
you know that thing you physically can't do? Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Yeah. Can't reach the top shelf. That's a skill issue.
Here we go. It's going to be Imperious in the lead right now, at least with the whole shot. I think he's going to be boost dumping on lap number 1, would be my guess. But I don't know. He hangs on for the rest of the race as well, so we'll see how that plays out. I know Dr. Grubhouse is not doing that, trying to improve that pinky dexterity for the real race. He's going to be racing out in Florida at Street League race number 1, Battle at the Ranch. And right now, Imperious is going to be your leader, leading Dr. Grubhouse and West FPV. We're going to be taking a look at Dr. Grubhouse here. We know he has a beautiful triple cork, and he does. A beautiful pass there as well for Dr. Grubhouse. I believe he's going to be boosting out on that straight, stretching that lead as much as he can, and Imperious is going to be left playing chase on lap number 2. Meanwhile, it's going to be West FPV out in that 3rd place position, and he has a little bit of a bobble. That's going to let Leadfingers take advantage and now move up to 3rd. And we're going to be seeing a battle here between Dinkelberg and West FPV on the back portion of the track. Into the triple threat, we're going to see Dr. Grubhouse go, chased just closely by Imperious in second place in the green. Onto the triple threat they go, or triple corkscrew they go. Another beautiful one from Dr. Grubhouse, and Imperious is going to have to fall a little bit of ways back. The amount of time that Dr. Grubhouse is gaining there is a little bit sad. It's a strong indicator that he doesn't touch grass often, obviously with his drone. Doesn't crash often. Keeps it nice and clean. Good racing from Dr. Grubhouse here. Going on lap number 3 through the triple threat. Imperious out in second. Do we have any battles starting to turn out into a little bit of a runner's race here as Dr. Grubhouse gets that triple corkscrew just right. He's going to take the win. Second place, that's going to go to Imperious. West FPV in third, Leadfingers in fourth, and Dinkelberg going to settle for fifth in that one. We'll see if there's any mix-ups in our... what heat would that be? Be our 5th heat of the night for these fellas.
Times are in.
All right.
Fourth
Damn,
win.
dude.
Times are upload. We're going to see a new fast heat there from Imperious, so he's really starting to come to form, but 116.5 during actual racing heats. It's pretty fast for him, and good enough for second in that one. Not quite good enough to top out what we're seeing from Dr. Grubhouse, but we do see some mistakes here. There could be some mix-ups, and that first lap from Imperious just looks super strong as we see West FPV maybe on the similar strategy. I'd like to call it tire strategy, but maybe it's just boost strategy, boost management, energy deployment. What do you want to call it? We'll call it whatever you want. But what I really want to call it right now is an absolute battle between Imperious and West FPV. Oh, no, not anymore. Imperious really starting to find some time, and it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse and West FPV duking it out as we go on to the triple corkscrew. Ooh, and there it is. Imperious really gets the triple cork right, and he's going to hold on to the lead going on to lap number 2. Is he going to be able to hang on to it for the rest of the lap, though? Some real nice late apexes there from him as he goes into the dive. That's going to let him inch his way a little bit ahead of Dr. Grubhouse, but Dr. Grubhouse with a really beautiful dive there and a nice sweeper as well. Into the Dunkaroo they go. Both super tight, no real distance changed into the triple threat. And it's going to be a battle here between Imperious and Dr. Grubhouse. Dr. Grubhouse has made the pass at this point. Who's going to be able to hold on through that triple corkscrew? I've got my bets placed, and I think I'm going to have that one called right. It's going to be Dr. Grubhouse on lap number 3, out in the lead. Not quite with clean air. He's got 2 pilots hot on his heels. It's going to be Imperious and West FPV in the 2nd and 3rd place position. Meanwhile, we got the battle for the 4th place position between Dinkelberg and Leadfingers. Back up to our top 3, it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse. Starting to extend that lead a little bit. I think he had that boost on lap number 2 that Imperious did not. And so now Imperious is going to have to be fending off West FPV going on the last portion of the track. Is he going to be able to do it? I believe West FPV may have an extra boost left. And Dr. Grubhouse is going to find his final clean triple. He's going to get it. It's going to be close between West and Imperious. But Imperious is going to hold on to the 2nd place. And West FPV going to settle for 3rd again. Dinkelberg and Leadfingers going to finish out in the 4th and 5th positions in that one.
Dinkelberg.
Times are in.
So this is the Street League Virtual Race number 1 brought to you by SpeedSource FPV. If you want to get into Street League in real life, go ahead and check out speedsourcefpv.com. They are your presenting sponsor for this virtual race where we race the exact same track that we'll be racing in Citrus Springs, Florida at the ranch for race number 1 for our Street League season. So definitely go check out streetleague.io if you want to find out more information about that race. And also stick around because we're going to be giving away a SpeedSource FPV battery for one of the pilots attending that race. We got a raffle going for all the pilots flying the Super 70. But here we go. It's going to be Imperious out in the lead, West FPV in 2nd as we work our way onto the final pack that these boys get to race in the stage. And it looks like Dinkelberg going to drop back a little bit there, and that's going to leave a 4-way battle between Imperious, West FPV, Dr. Grubhouse, and Leadfingers. Beautiful flying here from all of our pilots. All in synchrony as we work our way onto the final portion of the track. Who's going to be able to get that triple corkscrew right? and it looks like, oh, a beautiful line there from Dr. Grubhouse. He wins it in the first gate with the entry angle, and it's just so good to watch. I think I need to remember to go to FPV for one of these laps. West FPV going to be hanging out in that second place position. Imperius going to fall back just a little bit. Oh, now up into second again as we see a little bit of a mistake there for West FPV, and he is now duking it out with Leadfingers. Leadfingers, I know for sure he's going to be at the race, Battle at the Ranch race. And I think he's going to be throwing hands just like we're seeing right now. And let's take a look at this triple cork again. Oh, yeah. That is super nice there from Dr. Grubhouse. No circling back. The most direct line that you can take through such a technical element. I think we're going to... Oh, I want to go on board, but we've got so many good races happening behind. It's going to be Imperius, West FPV, and Leadfingers duking it out on lap number 3. Leadfingers still hanging on there. He sees that blue trail of West FPV just up ahead, and a beautiful Dunkaroo is going to let him pull it in. He's got his fishing pole out, and now it's going to be Leadfingers and West FPV almost side by side through the ladder. West FPV with a little bit of an edge, but not much. Imperius also dropping back now as West FPV tries to make an advance. Who's going to get it? They're side by side. Imperius and West FPV, and Imperius takes it by 1/10 of a second.
Dude, the ball is 16.
Get it.
Let's go, baby.
Oh my gosh, what a race.
3 guys in a half second. Look at that friggin' hyper 3 seconds ahead. No way.
They're super close.
And yeah, the times are in again. Ready for the
Right.
shuffle.
All right, we
Because
are
I have
ready
my
for
chalky
the-
milk.
I'm
I
gonna go
did
make
not
chalky
have my
milk.
chalky milk.
Guys
Alright
are
guys, we've been going
sleeping.
for an hour and 15. Do we want to do another set of 3 before we start finals?
Oh, that's a tough
Someone's
call.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
let's go.
racing?"
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Might as well.
Alright, we're
3
going
more to
do
win it.
one more round of 3. That'll put us up to 9. And then I think we move into finals.
All right.
Sounds
Like we gotta
great.
say, what are we gonna do for
Sounds like a plan.
finals, Mr. Race Director?
Really finals. We're going to do 4-4 semis, winners move on, and then a golden heat.
All right. Just like we always
Oh,
been
no.
doing. So nice little dry run of the event that we'll get to see live here.
I forgot it's golden heat now.
It's golden heat now.
Why?
Bastard.
Yeah, so I guess now is as good a time to announce it as any. We're changing up our finals format just a touch. We're keeping everything kind of the way we had it before. We kind of liked how things turned out, and we're going to be making one tiny tweak. So here's how finals is going to go. We're going to separate it out into semifinal A and semifinal B. There's going to be 4 pilots in each of those groups. We're going to race semifinal A 2 times. After the first race, the winner of that race advances to finals, or what we're now calling the Golden Heat. Then they race again with the remaining 3 pilots, and the winner of that race is going to advance to the Golden Heat. Then we're going to jump over to semifinal B, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to race, somebody advances to the Golden Heat. Race one more time, someone advances to the Golden Heat. Then in the Golden Heat, we're going to run a single winner-takes-all heat with 4 pilots up to take all the marbles. And we figure that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we're going to do one of the most exciting formats, and that's heads-up racing for all the marbles. And you don't get to see that in drone racing very often, but we're going to be doing it here in our virtual race presented by SpeedSource, and we're going to be doing it again at the real-life event at streetleague.io. So looking forward to seeing how this turns out. It'll be our first time running that Golden Heat, and gosh, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be tense. I think there's going to be, you know, a lot of heartache, and there's going to be some glorious victories that come out of it. So looking forward to seeing how that turns out, both tonight and at the real event.
All right, pilots, ready to race.
So we are back in it with Group C. And it's going to be King, Laws, Dehas, Turtle Mode, and Glacio and Nimbus. All working their way through the course right now. Looks like Dehas and Turtle Mode with a little bit of a battle here. Who is going to get it? And Dehas looking super clean right now. Now I'm looking over at our leaderboard right now, and technically King is still beating out Dehas on points. Oh, Dehas goes down there. And we're going to see our pilots shuffle it up here as Laws FPV jumps into that second place position, chasing after Turtle Mode FPV. But who's going to get that triple corkscrew better? Ooh, is that a double pass? Oh, and a nice boost there from Laws, it looks like, jumping back out into the front. And a little bit of prop damage there from King. Luckily, the Street League props that you can get from GemFan, pretty tough props to damage IRL, and I think Ashley did a great job representing them in Sim. Honestly, it doesn't slow you down that much, but it is just a little bit. So there's that thing in the back of your head, like maybe it's messing me up. But really, it just comes down to the racing here as they work their way through that ladder gate. Laws FPV dropping down to third now. Dehas now pushing on Turtle Mode FPV, trying to get back into that first place position. They got one more lap to go. Ooh, interesting line there from Turtle Mode FPV. I think I like it, and it's going to work out for him as he dukes it out with Dehas here. But ultimately, it's going to come down to, I think, some of the final corners of this race. This is one of the best races we've had from this group of pilots so far. Oh, and we lose Laws FPV. He drops back a little bit of ways, and it's going to be Dehas out in the lead right now with Turtle Mode dropping back as well. Into the Dunkaroo they go, and now into the triple threat. Who is going to take the win here? Dehas looking like a strong contender. Had a little bit of a bobble before, but recovers so well and is now out in the lead of the race, coming into the triple cork. And Dehas getting through it. One final element to go. Dehas is going to take the win. Oh,
no.
he rolls.
Oh, crashes right in
And he
before the
does
finish
not
line.
make it. He gets
Oh,
second.
man.
Turtle Mode is going to take
Oh.
the win. Oh, what an
Good catch,
upset.
Yeah, dude, that's how I always finish.
Nice race, guys.
Oh, I love it. Good racing nonetheless. Absolute joy to watch. And we got two more of those races from this heat of pilots. And I think we can try to get some of these scores in here. Take a quick peek as we see our times populating. And we're actually going to see a new fast time there from Turtle Mode FPV. That was his best run, so Dehas may have handed it to him a little bit, but he definitely earned it with the time that he put on the track. It was a 132 second run. I'm not too good at math, so I'll stick to that. But that was a fast run for him so far. Meanwhile, we're going to be jumping back into racing as our C group jumps off the blocks yet again. And it looks like King out in the lead now. So it wasn't his last race, but we see him start to get warm in these rounds. Once he gets a couple packs in, starts really heating up, and I think that's going to be forced to be reckoned with for both Dehas and Turtle Mode FPV, our two leaders from the last race. And Laws out in that top three as well. We got a little bit of a top three group going on into the ladder. And it looks like King going to be your leader into the triple cork. And oh, a little bit of a tap there. Dehas going to go down. That's going to let King and Laws spread out a little bit. Not a super quick cork from Laws there, so he's going to drop back from King. Turtle Mode going to be hanging out in that third place position, and Dehas right on his tail. Dehas going to go down. A little bit of prop damage, but should be able to recover pretty well. It's going to be Laws chasing down King in the lead position right now. We'll see if there's any change-ups as we work our way into that triple threat. Ooh, really nice triple threat from both of our pilots. I see a little bit of a twitch there from King, and that's going to let Laws FPV start to make a little bit of ground, but he's just inching his way closer and closer. We'll see how the triple corkscrew goes. Oh, a beautiful triple corkscrew there from Laws. He's going to make it work for him as he hunts down King. It's going to come down to the last lap with these two. And this is where we've seen King kind of excel a little bit, but right now, Laws is putting some moves on him down through the dive, and he is now your new leader on lap number 3. So King going to be your winner in terms of laps led for the race, but Dehas And Laws going to try to put a stop to it. Laws goes down.
Oh.
King goes down. This is going to be Laws' chance. Nope, he's going to tap as well. King back up. He's going to recover, and it's all going to come down to who can recover quickest. Right now, that is going to be King. Oh, potentially, did I speak too soon? He gets the checkpoint, goes through. King going to sweat it out in the end. Dehas almost coming back for the second. But he's going to settle for third as Laws sneaks in.
I'm so nervous. What the hell?
Dude, right? Who could bomb with the less?
I'm
Dude, that
intentionally
was
just
spicy racing.
I'm just gonna put the heat on you guys as a commentator. I'm not holding back. I'm throwing that commentator curse around. Y'all get whoever's in the lead gets it. That's what I say. Oh, great racing from our pilots there in the C group. We're gonna be jumping off with their last heat of the night, potentially, unless one of them can score some real big points here and move up into the Elite 8. Amari's in the chat. He says, King, please. He's rooting for you. Go ahead and let me know who you're rooting for in these races as we cheer on our pilots to the finals. This is our final stage of racing until we jump into the Elite 8, where we'll be testing out our new Golden Heat. And I think that will be quite exciting to see. Some great racing here from Dehas and King. This is kind of the battle I've been wanting to see, and it just seems that like when King's hot, Dehas isn't, and right now they're both looking good out on the track, and I spoke too soon. Dehas gonna go down. King gonna get some clean air, at least a little bit. Laws and Turtle Mode duking it out just behind them as they go into the triple threat. Some nice tight racing between them as we work our way on that ladder. Oh, Laws FPV goes down, and that's going to leave Turtle Mode and King to duke it out in the lead. Let's go ahead and jump on board with Turtle Mode FPV as he chases down King. Some beautiful shots here on lap number 2. Turtle Mode, the creator and distributor of the Heavy Metal, one of our favorite Street League frames. And he's going to be chasing down King. And Dehas is going to be chasing down him.
I didn't know J-Mock
Oh, this is good watching. I could watch racing like this every day. Looks like Turtle Mode FPV just behind King. Who's going to get the cork better? Looks like King's really got that cork on lock, and it looks like we got a little bit of a battle here between Dehas. Laws trying to catch up to him. We'll see if he can. This is the last lap of the race. All these pilots going to be trying to make something happen, and right now King going to be trying to earn maximum points, setting the fastest time that he can in points rounds. And maybe he's only one spot away from being in the Elite 8. We'll see. Let me take a quick peek, see how many points he needs actually. It looks like King only... Oh, King is tied right now in points with Zebra 3. So if this is a solid round for him, we'll see. It may be enough to bump him up. Might be a little bit of a gap, but King gonna take the lead. Dehas gonna steal the second place. Turtle Mode gonna get the third.
Good race, Turtle.
Laws in fourth. Glacio in fifth. Well, Glacio in fifth right now. We'll see. He finishes it out. And Nimbus gonna settle for sixth in that one. We've got Columbus Multi-Rotor in the chat asking, going to be interesting to see how VCI motor do compared to the Manny motors this season. Yeah, the VCI motors are definitely going to be super interesting. A little bit of a dark horse coming in here. But they've made some big boy motors in the past. I think they'll be able to make some high quality motors. So looking forward to seeing more manufacturers get into spec racing. Sorry, what was that?
Forgetting that the Manny motors are purple.
Yeah, that's the
They
thing.
are purple. It makes them faster.
The Manny motors are purple. That's the one thing they missed out on. And
If it wasn't for that RPM limiter, they would just fly right off.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
You know what makes them even faster?
Yeah.
When you put pink nuts on them.
They're definitely they're dripped out motors for sure. I think I'm looking forward to seeing kind of the ratio of motors like what all are the brands that show up to race number 1 for this season? Because it was a hot debate last year, what motors and props and all, everything. And this year, I'm not sure if things are consolidating or if they're spreading out. It's going to be interesting to see. I think what we are seeing is that the companies.
Set of Street League motors off loan.
Oh yeah, and I would say that the motors and components that we're seeing really dominate Street League are from the companies who are really supporting the spec and pilots the most. And I say SpeedSource, they're sponsoring this stream, so go check out SpeedSource FPV.com and go grab some of their components. They've been supporting us. They've been supporting the pilots who've been racing with us. And so we see their motors all over the place. We've seen GemFam props really just storm onto the scene. So they've been a huge role in us being able to run these races as well. So it's kind of nice to see, like, the companies that are really supporting us, our pilots are actually liking their products, and they're able to build the products that the pilots want. So that's been really, really awesome.
All right, pilots, we got Zebra 3, Dutch, DeBits, EDOC, Russell AR, and AC ready to race.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Race by choice.
I know.
Turn and live, buddy.
All right,
You know
here
what
we
else?
go.
I'm not in the bottom group.
Let's
Ooh, EDOC getting it. Yeah, Amari mentions X Novas have won
I had a
every
throttle cap on.
Street
No
League
wonder it
race.
was so slow.
It's
I just flipped the switch. I was like, oh. I was like, why does the motor sound so slow right now? All right,
Oh
it's all right.
no.
I'll chase him. I put my radio
Bits
down.
out here double capped. Luckily, just dropped his training weights, guys. Watch out.
No,
Yeah.
I think I flipped them on when I put my radio down the last time. But
Did I just hit somebody? Is there contact?
We turned
Only if you
mid-airs
have it
on.
turned on.
We got there,
I just
dog.
felt a midair. I know why.
Oh my gosh.
oh, I tacked too hard into the triple.
Oh man, the triple threat taking out some pilots. Russell AR, the Speed Source pilot, out in second place right now, chasing down AC. Is AC going to beat him with his own frame? That'd be disrespectful. I don't think Russell AR is going to stand for that. As they work their way down through the dive gate, Russell AR and AC side by side into the Dunkaroo. Who's going to get it here? Lots of time to be gained on that Dunkaroo section, actually. For as technical as the triple threat is that they're going through right now, the Dunkaroo definitely has some time to be gained. Onto the ladder they go, and it looks like Russell AR with a beautiful ladder there. He's going to come onto the triple corkscrew, and AC going to have a little... Nope. Oh, I think AC had a better triple corks, or Russell had a better triple cork, but AC had a boost, I think, that he used there. And we're going to see AC go down a little bit there. And we're going to get to see my internet speed drop. That's fun.
I'm on that boost mode there.
Oh no, Russell AR goes down. It's going to be AC now in the lead. EDOC in second. So a little bit of a mix-up here on lap number 3. Who's going to get it? The ladder from AC looking clean, looking solid. The triple corkscrew also clean from AC, but not EDOC. So AC gets it. Who gets the second? EDOC holds on. Gets it by the skin of his teeth ahead of Russell AR. Zebra 3 and Dutch duking it out for the end as well. Very close between them. And Bit's going to finish it out in 6th. Oh, goodness.
Hey, Bets, make sure you don't have any limits on you. You know.
Nope, the switch is off right now. We took
no.
off and everybody, I just saw everybody fly away from me. I'm like, what?
One might say Bits flipped the switch.
AC, you gotta turn your throttle cap off now too.
Alright, I'm ready.
It is. Yeah, Mari's saying Xnova's winning every race since season 1. Yeah, since after the first couple races of season 1, I think Xnova has. I think they've gotten the win every time. I'm not sure what Dubicki was racing.
No. They didn't win Colorado last year.
Who won Colorado last year? I'm trying to remember. That was Russell, and that was Speed Source, or the Manny Motors. Yeah, so that would be the one. And then also, I think Dubicki was running something. I can't remember what Dubicki was running in Ohio. But very close. The Xnova Motors have been doing incredibly well. Oh yeah, T Motors. So we've got 3 different...
T Motors in season 1.
Okay. What did you run in Ohio?
Xnovas.
Oh, you were on X-Novas. Okay, so there's 2 motors that have done really well
Overrated.
in Street League so far. It's going to be the Manny motors and the X-Novas. Those are kind of the go-tos right now. And those are the motors that I would recommend if a pilot was like honestly asking me, you know, what do I run for Street League? What's the best? And really, the reason I would recommend those is because they don't break. I don't think that there's a big speed difference. Oh my gosh, we got an absolute battle going on right now between Russell AR and AC. What a race!
Real.
I podiumed in Ohio with the 1100 kV Hyperlights for $17 a motor.
Oh my gosh.
Back here, Dutch.
Yeah, there's been if you look
Can't
at
beat that.
podiums, there's been a lot of different motors. I think T-Motor's been up there, Brother Hobby. Yeah, definitely the Hyperlights. There's been a lot of different motors, podiums overall. Oh my gosh, here we go. Lap number 3, Russell AR, AC. Who's going to take it? Coming down to the triple corkscrew. And who can do it better? Looks like Russell AR with a nice clean one, and that's going to let him stretch his lead to the win onto the final straightaway. Who's going to get the 3rd place position? It's going to go to Dutch, then it's going to be Edok and DeBits coming in next, and then Zebra 3.
And we were like overlapping there.
I know. We just kept phasing in and out of each other.
Yeah, Russell's triple cork looks good. That's for sure. I liked how that last one looked. I'm going to take a quick look at the points here. Let's see how things are stacking up. Was that the 3rd and final race of that group? No, that was 2nd.
No, that was
One
the
more.
8th. They got one more, but I'm going to let you chat while I type in numbers instead of starting them. Let's give them 2 seconds to breathe.
So here we go. Let's take a quick peek at our spreadsheet so far as we see those numbers start to get filled out. And I gotta see if I can change some aspect ratios and all that good stuff. There we go. Got our last round here. And that was a fast time for Russell AR, 117.528. So that was his fastest round of racing so far. And I definitely would attribute some of that to his beautiful triple cork. But let's take a look at points here, because the top 8, which is the orange group and the blue group, that's who we're looking at to make it into the Elite 8. So it looks like Zebra 3 has secured his spot, so that is settled. Meanwhile, let's jump back into racing as we've got our pilots just taking off now onto lap number 1. And it's going to be Russell AR out in the lead. And it's going to be Dutch in the 2nd place position right now. We'll see if he can hang on to that. Actually, Zebra 3 looking to make some moves here as well as he dukes it out with Edok into the Dunkaroo.
Sky, you're on the points sheet. Oh, never mind, it switched.
We got it just in time. And yeah, so Russell AR out in the lead, Dutch in 2nd, Edok in 3rd, Zebra 3 in 4th, AC in 5th, and DeBits in 6th right now. Russell AR looking to come into his own a little bit on this track. He's starting to get nice and comfortable on it. So he set his fastest lap there at the end of that last heat, and I think we're going to see him set even faster times as he gets even more warmed up, and hopefully that'll do well for him in the finals. We're going to be going into that not quite next. We got Heat A of pilots coming after this. And then once they've run their 3 races, we're going to be going into finals and seeing who takes it all. We're going to be trying out the new format that we've concocted. It's just a little bit different, mostly the same. But the big difference is that the top 4 race is going to change to a single golden heat. And we figure at some point, you got to lay the chips down, see where they fall, and see who takes the win. And what's better than a 4-up race for all of the marbles? That's what we're here for. We're here for a 4-up race for all the marbles. And I think Russell AR is going to sneak his way into that race. He's got a good chance. He's looking good on the track. He's on that ladder and the final portion of the track. Who have we got for mix-ups here? It looks like we got a little bit of a battle here between Edok and Dutch. Meanwhile, it's going to be Russell AR taking that win. Who's going to get the 2nd? It's going to go to AC in purple. Who's going to get the 3rd, though? Oh, Edok going to get it. And Dutch is going to have a little bit of a bobble, almost letting DeBits and Zebra 3 sneak in there. Oh, Zebra 3 sneaks one in on Bits. Some great racing from Zebra.
Oh, I forgot my fishing pole out. But it was a little guy.
Little fishing pole.
He didn't bite.
No, I just couldn't reel fast enough.
You're reeling it. You need to put a big old hobby wing motor on your reel.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a video we need to make. I need to see it. I want to see how good a hobby wing motor does as a reel on my fishing pole.
Russell, for the second heat in a row, puts down his hottest time of the night.
He's
Ooh.
going stupid.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
I'm once again questing.
Your fastest times. Alright, we're looking for Dinkelberg, Leadfingers, West FPV, Imperius,
Let me in.
and Dr. Grubhouse. Oh, alright, it's
Let
unlocked.
me in.
Let me in! It's
Yeah, so
unlocked.
taking a look at the
Oh,
spreadsheet,
dear.
the highlighted times here, those are the pilot's fastest run on the track so far. This spreadsheet brought to you from the fine folks over at FMV. EDOC with us here tonight, helping us keep the spreadsheet running nice and smooth.
Love you, Doc. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks.
Yup. The real MVP.
Yeah, if you
on it.
haven't yet, go check out the FMV Discord server. They run, I believe, weekly, or is it bi-weekly races?
Weekly.
It's weekly.
It's weekly. Weekly
Every Thursday
Velocity
night.
races
Thursday
every
nights.
Thursday night.
Yeah,
Bad
we're
man.
101 weeks in a row now.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
Great.
god.
that's incredible. Nobody has managed to.
Yeah, that makes 2 years in 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check them out. We got their Discord link in the
Alright,
comments.
pilots, you ready to race? Get ready to catch these hands.
Oh, Amari says he would have thrown hands with us if he had known. Unfortunate.
It's been up for a week, bud.
He knew there was a
It's been up
leaderboard grind.
A week ago.
He didn't know we
Can't
were
believe
actually doing a race.
Oh.
I'm hearing
I was
excuses,
sitting here
honestly.
watching
No
stuff,
one reads
so I
past the
couldn't even
first
join the
sentence.
Discord.
It's true.
So all posts need to just be one really long run-on sentence.
Run-ons are
Can I
actually a
not
good
do
thing.
that?
Look at this heat of pilots. This is beautiful. We got Imperius out in the lead right now. Dr. Grubhouse, West FPV, chasing right behind. This is going to be some fierce competition. I hope we get to see this IRL as well. This is, oh my gosh, some beautiful corkscrews from this A heat of pilots. Dr. Grubhouse out in the lead right now, kind of. West is hanging on with him, and Imperius is there as well. Into the dive they go, and really beautiful dive there from all three of our top contenders here. It's going to be West FPV and Dr. Grubhouse still digging it out into the Dunkaroo section. Meanwhile, we've got Led and Dinkelberg battling it out for the 4th position.
Oh, get wrecked, Dinkelberg.
Oh my goodness.
I see that turn out and you absolutely got me in it.
Look at that corkscrew. And I gotta say, West FPV's corkscrew has gotten better since we began this race, and it is allowing him to stay caught up with Grubhouse. Going on to lap number 3. Grubhouse finding little tiny things to do everywhere else on the track, though, that I think are letting him just extend a tiny bit. And previously we've seen Imperius residing in that 2nd place position pretty frequently, but it looks like West FPV starting to get a little more comfortable and provide a little bit more of a challenge here for Imperius. We'll see how those times come out at the end to see who's ultimately pulling it out. And oh my gosh, a beautiful corkscrew from Dr. Grubhouse. That's going to get him the first. West FPV in 2nd. Imperius. Oh, and the time. Oh, it's close between Dinkelberg and Leadfingers. What a race. Dinkelberg, did you have a little clip there at the end? Why were you sideways?
You know, I decided to let Led have that one.
He's just such a nice guy. How could you not? Oh, that's amazing.
No, screw that. You raced me
good
like
to
a man, Dinkelberg.
So who
Yeah,
makes the
looking at
purple
those
Rangers
times.
motors again?
Oh, that was a
Makes
fastest
which ones?
The pretty purple motors, those are speed source.
SpeedSourceFPV.com. Those are called the Manny motors. They are absolutely beautiful. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the times, and it's going to be West FPV and Imperius, both with fastest heats of their events so far. 115.1 and 115.7 second runs.
They're hot.
They are moving. Here we go. Off the launch blocks with all 5 of our Heat A pilots. These are the fastest pilots of the event so far. If you're not familiar with points rounds, that's how things work out. You race all the pilots against each other, and all their times for each of these rounds are compared, and they earn points across the entire field. And then those points determine which heat you end up getting to race in after each stage of racing. So right now we're going to see Imperius out in the lead. And we've started to get used to this pattern a little bit. It looks like Imperius comes out swinging, and then it's all going to come down to this triple corkscrew, but all 3 of them real tight. But as usual, it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse with a really good triple cork, and that's going to let him extend his lead. I believe he is also boosting on that straightaway, and that's going to help him out as well. Seems like a really good place to just maintain a really high top speed. And using that boost that Velocidrone has now added to the Street League spec so faithfully. And if you want to try out the only drone racing league where you can use boost mode, go check out streetleague.io.com or .io.com, streetleague.io, and check out the spec. Check out the awesome builds. We've got a build guide as well where you will find Speed Source's frame, the Super 70. And you can buy that at speedsourcefpv.com. Meanwhile, we got an absolute battle here between Imperius and West FPV. Oh my gosh. There it is.
Looking at these race times, we might have been a little ambitious building this track. We're going to shorten this thing for the IRL.
Oh my gosh, this is
we're
close.
fine.
So here we go, final section of the track with Dr. Grubhouse at a little tap, but he recovers. He gets the win. Imperius going to pull it out for second from West FPV there. Really hanging on to it. That was anyone's game there. And it's going to be Dinkelberg getting it, and then Leadfingers. So still solid points. There's some nice gaps here in the time that I think keeps this A group up in the top. But you wouldn't be able to tell it because the format definitely makes sure that we get to watch the closest racing that you possibly can throughout the day.
All right, let's go.
All right. Omari says, all FPV posts for races just need to say race me dog. He says, quote me on that. I will. That's a great quote.
Is there a stream somewhere?
Oh yeah, streams on YouTube
Yeah,
at on the Street League Drone Racing channel.
How many boosts do you guys use off the bat?
None.
0?
I'm talking to Curious and
West and yeah, they go crazy
I
with
leave my
it.
boost switch
They're
active.
so far.
So Grubhouse, not used to getting absolutely applesauce, but this is Street League. He's not really used to it. He'll figure it out, I'm sure. Meanwhile, West FPV going to be out in the lead. Grubhouse going to settle for second. Imperius in third right now as we go into the dive. You're going to see Dr. Grubhouse with some real tight lines there, trying to catch up to West FPV. Not quite able to do it so far. A little bit of a wide line from there. Might have tapped something. Into the Dunkaroo they go. Dr. Grubhouse already made back up that ground that he lost from the little bobble. And it's going to be the same running order so far here throughout lap number 2. We'll see how it turns out in the last section. Oh, a beautiful ladder there from Dr. Grubhouse. And that's going to let him battle it out with West FPV. Oh, a little bit of lost energy there from West FPV. Almost touches the ground, but saves it. And that's going to put him side by side with Dr. Grubhouse as they work their way through the final lap of the race. Imperius dropping back now, and it's just a battle between these top 2 pilots. It's going to be West FPV and Dr. Grubhouse in blue and red unrespectively. Into the Dunkaroo section they go. It's going to be West FPV gaining a little bit of time there, and into the triple threat they go. Dr. Grubhouse gaining that time right back. Who's going to have the better ladder? Looks like it's going to be Dr. Grubhouse, and it's going to come down to the final section of the race. There is enough time here. Oh, West FPV goes down. That's going to be Dr. Grubhouse maintaining the dominance, and with the swirly at the end, he's going to get the win. West FPV going to get second. Dinkelberg going to get his first third place here. Imperius with the fourth, and Leadfingers going to get the fifth in that one. Oh, that was a close one. I thought someone had you there, Mr. Grubhouse.
Yeah, it was a good one.
All right,
GG,
we're gonna
GG.
do final sort.
I, how many boosts do y'all have off the launch? Every pilot who isn't in front of Hyper off the launch.
All right, so going into our Elite 8, we have in the B group, Imperious. That was
Howdy,
the wrong
gamer.
highlight. That was the wrong highlight color. There we go. Imperious, Leadfingers, AC, and Edoc.
Oh,
Run this
you got
twice
me.
with the winner advancing to the Golden Heat.
Yeah, we're gonna run these 4 pilots twice. The winner advances to the Golden Heat. You either win, or you have 2 chances to win, and if you don't, you go home.
Fantastic.
Maybe we'll do a Consi Golden Heat as well. So we'll run a top golden, bottom, and then we'll call it the Bronze Heat.
Yeah, there you
in
go.
In the A Heat, we got Dr. Grubhouse, Wes FPV, Dinkelberg, and Russell AR.
Oh,
You know what we can do?
Got a
We
good
can
heat,
run the
alright.
Consolation Golden Heat first.
Yeah, definitely. We'll run the consolation, the Bronze Heat first. All
Guys,
right, so we're gonna run
get soup.
the B Heat guys first. That is Imperious FPV. So we separate our A and B Elite 8 groups by evens and odds. So that's why there's a B and an A. So this is the number 2, number 4, number 6, and number 8 pilots. That's Imperious in 2nd, Leadfingers in 4th, AC in 6th, and Edoc in 8th.
Edoc made it. Let's go.
Nice.
All right, pilots. We're going to run this 2 times. If you win, you move on, and then you do not race again. So we're going to race 4 up and then 3 up. All right, you either win or you're out.
All right, here we go. You heard it, folks. It's win it or bin it here on this one. This is semifinal heat A, I believe, in our Elite 8 finals for the Virtual Street League race number 1, presented by Speedsaurus FPV. It's going to be Imperious out in the lead, racing against AC, Leadfingers, and Edoc. Imperious looking nice and solid so far, but Leadfingers right on his heels, and just on his heels is going to be AC and then Edoc. Looks like Edoc gaining a little bit of ground there on AC in that 3rd place position as Imperious leads our pack, and it's going to be a little bit of a battle here between AC and Leadfingers as they work their way onto the triple corkscrew. And a nice triple corkscrew from all of our pilots. AC starting to gain some ground up into 2nd place now on lap number 2, trying to catch up to Imperious. I think it's based on where these pilots finished in points rounds, I think it would be a little bit of a stretch for AC to grab the spot from Imperious in this first heat. They're going to have 2 opportunities, and in both of those opportunities, 1st place is all that matters. So this is opportunity number 1 for Imperious, AC, Leadfingers, and Edoc. And Imperious taking the opportunity to get out ahead and try to get that first win. AC not going to let him have anything for free, though, as he chases him into the triple corkscrew. And a beautiful triple corkscrew there from AC. I think that's really working out for him. And I believe that there are different boost strategies at play here. So we'll get to see how that plays out here on lap number 3. Really, this is turning into competition between Imperious and AC. A little bit of a wider line there for AC. And that's going to let him drop back just a little bit on Imperious. And Imperious still hanging on to it. Through the ladder he goes. He's going to try to finish out nice and strong here. One more element to go for the win. Into the Golden Heat he goes. It's going to be Imperious taking the first win of the night for finals. AC going to finish out in 2nd. Leadfingers in 3rd. And Edoc in 4th.
Good run, AC.
All right, Imperious with the first win.
Good race, good race.
Yeah, Imperious, do me a favor and don't take off this round, all right?
Yep, I got you.
All right, pilots, we're running the 3 remaining of the B heat.
All right, we have our first winner, and that is going to be Imperious. He's going to be advancing up into the Golden Heat, and one of these other pilots will be doing the same. And right now, I think this looking to be a little bit of a battle between AC and Leadfingers. That's what I'm kind of looking at here, but I think Edok could sneak one in as well, so nobody is out of this as Leadfinger leads our pack. As I say that, AC's real close to him. It's going to be tight. Leadfinger's been racing well so far all night, and it's no different here as they work their way through the ladder. Onto the triple corkscrew. Beautiful triple corkscrew so far. Oh, for AC especially. Oh, Leadfinger's going to have a tap there. That's going to let AC have some clean air as Edok is going to now have to try to chase him down. And again, this is for all the marbles. First is all that matters here, and AC is looking to be that guy. So assuming he can stay mistake-free, this will be his win to move on to the Golden Heat. Oh my goodness. Beautiful flying here from AC so far. Lap number 2, about halfway done. Edok still playing chase, still within about a tail's length, but not really able to gain the ground, especially here. AC has a beautiful corkscrew that he's just nailing every single time. Really
crazy.
Really solid flying, really consistent. And this is what you look for.
He figured out that cork during this race, and his line in it is absolutely cracked.
It's definitely improved throughout the race, and we're starting to see that pay dividends here in finals. The Elite 8 and our second advancee to the Golden Heat is going to be AC. It looks about. He's got one more element to go and plenty of space to breathe. The final corkscrew from AC, and he still got it perfectly. Didn't let up the gas, and he's going to take the win in semifinal Heat A.
Let's go, AC.
Good job, AC.
Thank you. Good race.
That was a PB for me.
It was back-to-back PBs for me.
Oh my gosh. Just getting
right.
warmed
up. We're doing session player list, all spectator. All right, we are going to our A Elite 8 group. That is Dr. Grubhouse in first, West FPV in second, Dinkelberg in, West FPV in third, Dinkelberg in fifth, and Russell AR in seventh.
Yes. Better watch out. Hyper only got to knock off 4 seconds to beat you, so.
Oh,
be
shit.
prepared.
He's got 3 laps to do it.
What's funny is the people not familiar, 4 seconds is actually an eternity in Street League. that context does need to be laid out. We're talking about
it might
seconds
as well be
like
100 hours.
Yeah.
Or 1,000.
That is great.
All right, pilots, ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready as all ever.
All right, let's go.
Here we go, off the line with West FPV, Dr. Grubhouse, Dinkelberg, and Russell AR. This he's definitely going to have some heartbreak, and I can see several pilots in this heat that I think could be the advancee, but it's going to come down to how they actually perform under pressure, and this is it. It's West FPV currently out in the lead, but we've seen that before where Dr. Grubhouse just hanging out in second on lap number 1. Ooh, already making some gains through that triple threat, making it look like a single threat. He just makes one nice smooth line through there, and he's going to try to make the pass here, I think. Yep, he gets that pass on the triple corkscrew. West FPV going to be sitting in second place right now. We've seen this before, and I think we may see it again. Dr. Grubhouse really looking to be on a tear here. West FPV still hanging with him, still got the clean line, still got the good race strategy and the consistency. We've seen it throughout points rounds. And both our pilots racing that beautiful Super 70 quad. And one of our lucky pilots are going to be winning a Speed Source FPV battery at the end of this. One of the pilots who was racing the Super 70 during our qualifying. And some beautiful lines here continued from Dr. Grubhouse. He's going to try to make this as uninteresting as possible, I think. That's how he does. He's just going fast, pedal to the metal, and he's got this course absolutely figured out. And we'll see how that translates in the real-life Street League race number 1, Battle at the Ranch. This is the exact track we'll be racing at that event, and we're looking forward to seeing how Dr. Grubhouse does at that event. And a beautiful corkscrew there, just so pleasant to watch every single time. Dr. Grubhouse taking the win, and your first advancee in this group to advance to the Golden Heat. One more spot remaining. Who's going to take it? West FPV, Dinkelberg, Russell AR all have an opportunity here. Dr. Grubhouse already taking his opportunity.
All right, Dr. Grubhouse, do me a favor and do not take off for this race.
I ain't moving.
All right. All right, pilots, everyone ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's run it.
Off and away we go with our final 3 pilots in the Elite 8. This is their final opportunity to make it into the Golden Heat. The losing pilots will be sent to the Consolation 4, and where they will get to duke it out for some sense of hierarchy there. But only one pilot in this heat is going to have the opportunity to make it into the Golden Heat, and right now, Russell AR dropping back. He may not have that opportunity as West FPV making the most of this run so far. Dinkelberg playing chase, though. We've seen him race at our real-life Street League races as well, even getting himself a win at one of our season races. So he's a strong contender here. He's not out. He knows how to handle the pressure. And West FPV also contending at some of our real-life races and showing he can do it here in the Velocidrone drone racing simulator as well. So this is going to be a little bit of a mock run of the real-life race. Several of these pilots, I believe, will be attending. Through that triple threat they go. West FPV working his way beautifully through that. A beautiful ladder there from Dinkelberg. He's playing chase. Through the triple cork they go. One more lap to go to see who takes it. West FPV looks like he used most of his boost at the beginning, and I'm seeing some real tight lines here from Dinkelberg. Starting to make up a little bit of ground here and there. And this track is very interesting. It's got some nice sweeping sections where you got to figure out where the apex is, but it's also got some real tight technical sections that we know some of those Florida boys love. And it looks like West FPV, those are going to be some of his favorite sections on the track as he uses them to extend his lead into the triple corkscrew. Who's going to take it? Last section. Oh, Dinkelberg with a big catch up, but it's still going to go to West FPV. Valiant effort there from Dinkelberg.
All right, West FPV with the win.
What a push there, Charles.
GG. Finally got your time, lad. Hopefully.
Nice.
Setting PBs in finals. That's what I like to see.
All right, so we got in our silver heat, we got EDOC, Russell AR, Dinkelberg, and Leadfingers. We're going to be up now. Then in the golden heat, it's going to be AC, West FPV, Imperius, and Dr. Grubhouse. I feel like we should do our raffles before we do our golden heat and figure out who's gonna take home the. We have 2 raffle batteries. We got 1 prize battery.
2 raffle batteries, 1 prize battery. Okay, so let's do this.
Every pilot competing right now set their qualifying time with the Super 70, so they're all eligible.
Oh, okay, awesome. I love that. So yeah, just a quick reminder for those who didn't know, we're going to be giving away 2 Speed Source FPV batteries, and this race sponsored by them. Thank you very much, Speed Source. Thank you, Russell. And we're going to be giving away 1 battery for the winner of the event. So let's give off, do we want to do 1 raffle right now, 1 after consolation, and then our final prize battery goes to our winner?
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know if you have a special raffle setup, or you could do a random number generator between 2 and 18. Ooh, you got a special one going?
I got a special one going. All I need is the exact list of pilots. Is it just everyone in the race? Or is there anyone?
Just everyone in the race.
All right. Let me give this a shot. So I'm going to transition over here. Let's see if we can make this happen. All right. This will be interesting because we're doing it inside of. All right, I think we got it. Here we go. We're gonna kick off this raffle.
Big money.
Put it on stream.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on there.
Ouch.
You guys are a little delayed. Here, I'll give you the Disky stream. And there it is.
yeah,
it's going to Imperious FPV. He
Yeah.
is
Let's go, baby.
your winner of our
Going
first
home.
raffle.
Right.
And we missed them for season 2, so I think you needed some new batteries anyway. I think it works
I
out
do
good.
need new batteries.
Awesome.
Nice. We're recommending now because of the different finals format. Instead of 5 batteries, you can run Street League Race with 4. Which is great because if you purchase 3 or more Speed Source batteries, you get a discount, which drops them down to, I believe it's $35 a pop. Which
I mean,
pretty
that's a
good deal
bargain.
for some high quality batteries.
It's pretty good for some big boy 2200s.
Yeah.
Well-
All right. I got the Silver Heat loaded up. That is Leadfingers, Dinkelberg, Russell AR, and E-Doc. We're racing for 5th through 8th place. 1 race to finish it off.
Here we go. So this is
Right.
going to settle positions 5 through 8.
Hold up. Ignore this start. W, T. All right.
F.
F. All right. Let's go again.
Here we go. So this is going to settle positions 5 through 8th of the Street League Virtual Race number 1, presented by SpeedSource FPV. And Dinkelberg is going to be your whole shotty, as Russell AR now trying to move into the lead. And Leadfinger's now in the lead. Lots of mix-ups here through lap number 1. This is going to be a close heat as we're seeing Dinkelberg, Leadfingers, and Russell AR really in it here. The trio goes through the triple threat. Beautiful racing so far. Ooh, the little tap there from Leadfingers, but an incredible save keeps him in it as Russell AR moves. I say he moves out in the lead. Dinkelberg steals it from him. Who's going to get the better triple? It's going to be Russell ARs. I think both pilots potentially boosting there on that start-finish straightaway. And Leadfinger's out in the 3rd place position. So finally starting to see a little bit of separation, but we're talking about tenths of a second here between Russell AR, Dinkelberg, and Leadfingers as they work their way onto the back portion of the track. Lap number 2, here we go into the Dunkaroo section. Russell AR with a nice clean one. The Speed Source pilot really making it work on that Super 70. Through the ladder he goes, out in the lead. Dinkelberg trying to make a push here. He wanted to get that W in the last heat, but this might be a little bit of respite for him if he can make it work. But no, Russell AR looking too strong here on lap number 3. Here is your leader, Russell AR, the Speed Source pilot, out in the lead on the Super 70 with the beautiful Manny motors that you can get on speedsourcefpv.com. Oh, a little bit of a tap there. Dinkelberg going to drop back. Russell AR still in it, though. Actually, that was a really fast recovery from Dinkelberg. He is still in this race. It's going to come down to the final section of the course. Who is going to take it? It's Russell AR with a little bit of a tap. He gets it through, and Leadfingers moves into 2nd. It's going to be Russell AR taking the win. Leadfingers gets the 2nd. Dinkelberg in 3rd.
race.
And E-Doc in 4th. So that is your 5th through 8th finishing positions. Russell AR is going to finish out the event in 5th place. Leadfinger is going to finish out in 6th. Dinkelberg going to finish out in 7th. And E-Doc going to snag himself 8th place for the Street League Virtual Season Race number 1, presented by SpeedSource.
Good race, boys.
Dinkelberg. Great race, everyone. That was awesome.
Good racing. That was so much fun to watch.
I thought you guys were gonna get. I messed up on the triple corkscrew. I thought you guys were gonna get me for sure.
I reeled a little bit.
Much worse.
We were right there.
It
All
was
right.
close.
Set player list. All right. All right. Now let's do that last raffle, and then we will launch the Golden Heat.
All right. Here we go. We're going to run the raffle back one more time. So your previous winner was Imperious. And let me see if I can Let's do this again. Let's reset it. Oh no, I lost my list. Here we go. Nope, still not working. Come on, there we go. Alright, here we go. Running the raffle.
Come on.
Look at that drone go burr. I love this raffle
Come
system,
on.
it's so great.
Why is it got crossfire? The antenna's too big.
Come on.
If it wasn't for the crossfire antenna, you would have won. Oh, Russell AR gets it.
This raffle is rigged.
Man, I'm on fire. I won some motors at champs, and now I want a battery.
That's actually
true.
perfect.
You always win your own shit.
Are you...
No, send it again, man.
Alright,
Send
we'll
it
send
again.
it again. We'll send it again. I should have taken Russell out of it. I didn't think about that. Hey man, that's what happens when you're racing and you're in it. You're supporting the racing and you are the racing. Alright, who's gonna get it? Oh, it's Turtle Mode! So
Okay,
Turtle Mode
Turtle
FPV is gonna win
Alright.
himself some Speed Source batteries. And he's gonna get to do some
Sweet.
ripping at the
I could
ranch
totally
with
use
him.
another pack.
Say it again?
I said, sweet, I could totally use another pack.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Well, congratulations. You're going to win the Speed Source FPV battery from speedsourcefpv.com. And we have one more battery to give away, but this one's not going to be given away. It's going to be earned here at the Street League Virtual Race number 1 presented by Speed Source. We got one more heat to go. It is the Golden Heat.
All right, Golden Heat pilots. We got Dr. Grubhouse, Imperious FPV, West FPV, and AC. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yep.
All right,
Run that
let's
shit.
go. One
Give her a
race
proper
for
send.
all the marbles.
Here we go. The nerves are high. The racing is real here at Street League Drone Racing. And we're off and away with Imperious, West FPV, Dr. Grubhouse, and AC. Beautiful rainbow of quads out on the track right now. Lap number 1, Imperious is going to be your leader. West FPV playing second fiddle as we go into the Dunkaroo. A really strong first lap here from both of those pilots we've seen in the past, but we'll see if they can prevent the taper that always lets Dr. Grubhouse steal those points wins from them. Looks like Imperious doing a real good job managing that gap so far, as we're going to see West FPV and Dr. Grubhouse battling it out behind him. West FPV with a little bit of a tap, he stays in it, and Imperious is going to be hanging on to that lead even through the triple cork that we've seen Dr. Grubhouse be so strong with before. So here we go onto the dive. It looks like a pass going to be attempted here from Dr. Grubhouse. Is he going to be able to get it? No, not quite. Imperious still hanging on to it. Into the Dunkaroo they go. And then the triple cork. We know that Dr. Grubhouse is pretty strong here as well, but it looks like Imperious is going to be stronger as he holds on to it. Through the ladder they go. 1, 2. Oh, super close. Imperious literally just setting the drone down on that ladder, and it's going to let Dr. Grubhouse move into the lead going on to lap number 3. This is the Golden Heat. This is for all the marbles. Dr. Grubhouse has fought through the field. Is he going to be able to take the win? We're seeing Imperious out in that second place position. West FPV falls back from that second place that he was in all the way to 4th. AC going to be sitting in that 3rd place spot now. Dr. Grubhouse still hanging on to that lead. This is for all the marbles. He gets a beautiful triple threat there, and Imperious does as well. So Imperious still in it. It's going to come down to the last section. It has to be clean here from Dr. Grubhouse. Is he going to get it clean like he's been doing all event? He does.
Dang, he
Dr.
got it.
Grubhouse
GG.
takes the win. Imperious
GG.
settles for second.
Woo.
West FPV comes back and steals it away from AC, getting himself onto the podium.
Woo.
Nice.
That was a
GGs.
heater. GG
So-
Hyper.
So that
GGs,
is
man.
going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Huge congratulations to Dr. Grubhouse taking the win, as well as congratulations to Imperious FPV and West FPV for snagging the podium. Dr. Grubhouse is going to be earning himself a Speed Source FPV battery, and he earned his, and you can go buy yours at speedsourcefpv.com. Huge thank you to them for being our presenting sponsor for this virtual race and for sponsoring our real life races, one of which is coming right up soon at the Battle of the Ranch. Go check it out on streetleague.io. You can find more information about that race coming up in just about 2 weeks. So looking forward to seeing Dr. Grebhouse and Imperius, West, AC, all of our pilots here. We're looking forward to seeing them race at that event as well. It's going to be a great time. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be live streaming that race as well, and as well as all of our season races for this year. So thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations to our winner, and I'll see you next time.